Hi, I'm Beverly, and by now I'm sure you've heard about keto, and you're wondering, is it just another diet trend? Or does it even work? Or what keto really is? When I first looked into keto, I'll admit, I was overwhelmed. Carbs, fats, ketones, macros, it felt like a whole new language. But since I broke it down, it makes much more sense. In this video, I'm going to do just that. I'm going to explain what keto actually is, how it works in your body, and why so many people find success with it. And by the end, you'll know exactly what keto means without the confusion. Now let's talk about the three main macros. Macros is short for macronutrients. What are macronutrients? These are the nutrients your body needs in large amounts every day to survive and have energy. The first macronutrient is carbohydrates, or carbs for short. Carbs are basically sugars and starches that the body breaks down into glucose, which is the body's main fuel source. Glucose powers your brain, muscles, and organs, and is the quickest way for your body to get energy. But not all carbs affect your body the same way. Some carbs, like fiber, don't raise your blood sugar because your body doesn't fully digest them. So instead of counting all carbs, many people look at net carbs. And that's why on keto or low-carb diets, people focus on net carbs because it's better to measure how much usable carbohydrates they're really eating. Carbs come in many different foods you probably eat every day. They include fruits, vegetables, grains, beans, bread, pasta, and sweets, to name some of a few. The second macronutrient is protein. And protein is made up of building blocks called amino acids, and it's essential for building and repairing muscle tissue, organs, and it helps keep you feeling full and supports your immune system. Protein comes from a variety of plant-based sources that helps keep your body strong and healthy. These include lentils, tofu, tempeh, seitan, nuts and seeds, and plant-based protein powders. The third macronutrient is fat. Fat is a concentrated source of energy, helps support hormones, protect your organs, and is essential for brain health. It also helps your body absorb certain vitamins that are fat-soluble. That comes from a variety of plant-based sources as well. It provides essential nutrients and energy. These include avocados, nuts, seeds, olives, coconut, and plant-based oils. Many of us grew up with a visual guide to nutrition called the food pyramid. This iconic diagram divides foods into layers, suggesting which groups we should eat more of and which we should limit. At the base of the foods, we are encouraged to eat the most, while at the top held those we were advised to consume sparingly. It shaped the way generations thought about balanced eating. Though today, nutritional science has evolved considerably since then. Put in the comments if you have ever heard of this food pyramid, and did you ever follow it? At the very bottom of the traditional food pyramid were grains, things like bread, pasta, rice, and cereal. The recommendation back then was to eat 6 to 11 servings daily. For many people, myself included, following that guidance led to eating more carbs than our body actually needed, which was the reason I gained so much weight. The next layer up on the old food pyramid was fruits and vegetables. These foods are rich in vitamins, minerals, fiber, and they're recommended in an essential part of every meal to support overall health. They add color, nutrients, and a variety to your diet. Vegetables were recommended in the pyramid at 3 to 5 servings per day. They provide essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber to keep your body healthy and supporting digestion. Eating a variety of vegetables was emphasized to get a broad range of nutrients. If you're following a keto approach, some great vegetable choices include leafy greens like spinach and kale, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, zucchini and bell peppers, and asparagus, cucumbers. These are all low in carbs, but packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Fruits were recommended at 2 to 4 servings per day. This includes a wide variety of fruits, from apples and oranges to bananas and grapes, all considered an important source of vitamins, minerals, natural sugars in a balanced diet. The next layer of the pyramid included milk, yogurt, and cheese. They were recommended as essential sources of calcium and protein, supporting strong bones and overall health. Typically, the guidance suggested 2 or 3 servings per day. On the same layer as dairy, the pyramid included meat, fish, poultry, beans, and nuts. These foods were recommended as important sources of protein, iron, and other essential nutrients. The guidelines suggested including a few servings from this group each day to support muscle growth, repair, and overall health. At the very top of the pyramid were fats, oils, and sweets. These were meant to be used sparingly, as they provided energy but little in the way of essential nutrients. Now that we've had a look at the traditional food pyramid, let's see how the keto approach recognizes the same nutrients to support a low-carb, high-fat lifestyle. Before we dive into the keto food pyramid, I'd like to hear from you. Have you ever followed a keto food pyramid or used it to plan your meals? Drop a comment below and let me know. At the base of the keto food pyramid are healthy fats. On keto, that's become your main source of energy, helping to keep you full, supporting hormones, and provide essential nutrients. They form the foundation of every meal. Keto-friendly fat sources include avocados, nuts, seeds, olives, coconut, and plant-based oils such as olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil. The next layer of the keto pyramid is protein, which provides the building blocks for muscles and tissues and keeps you full. Keto-friendly protein sources include lentils, tofu, tempeh, seitan, nuts and seeds, and plant-based protein powders. Above protein, we have vegetables, the primary source of carbs on a keto diet. On the keto pyramid, vegetables provide the main source of carbohydrates. Keto-friendly options include, but are not limited to, cruciferous vegetables, peppers, zucchini, leafy greens, tomatoes, and mushrooms. At the next level are fruits and starchy foods, which are the higher in carbohydrates and should be eaten in limited amounts on keto. These foods can provide important vitamins and energy, but on a low-carb diet, portion control is the key. On the keto pyramid, fruits and starchy foods are included but in limited amounts. Keto-friendly options in this category include berries, squash, and root vegetables. If we were eating a 2,000 calorie a day diet using the old food pyramid, the pie chart would look something like this. About 55% carbs, things like bread, pasta, rice, and cereal. About 15% protein, which would be meat, beans, dairy, or eggs. And about 30% fat, which is oils, butters, and spreads. So most of the energy is coming from carbs, with protein and fat making up the smaller parts of the pie. If we were eating a 2,000 calorie a day vegan keto diet, the pie chart would look like this. About 70% fat, avocados, nuts, seeds, olives, and coconut. About 25% protein, tofu, tempeh, plant-based protein powders, seitan. And about 5% carbs, mostly leafy green and low-carb vegetables. So most of the energy is coming from healthy fats, with proteins as a strong support and carbs just a tiny slice of the pie. Notice how they completely reverses the old pyramid where fat is now at the base and carbs have moved way to the top. Here's a side-by-side look at the old food pyramid versus the new one. The old pyramid piled carbs at the bottom, bread, pasta, and rice, while fats were pushed to the tiny tip. The new pyramid flips that. Healthy fats like avocados, nuts, and olives are now at the base, with protein and veggies stacked above, and just a little room at the tip for fruits and starches. The old pyramid equals carbs as fuel, and the new pyramid equals fats as fuel. Would you ever switch from traditional pyramid to keto, or stick with what you know? Today we looked at macros, the traditional food pyramid that most of us grew up with, and the keto food pyramid, and compared how the macros differ. Remember, it's not just about what you eat, but the balance of carbs, proteins, and fats that fuel your body, keep you full, and help you reach your goals. Calories matter, and micronutrients like vitamins, minerals, and fiber, play a big role too. Both pyramids are guides, not rules. You can tweak them to fit your energy needs, health goals, and lifestyle. Now I want to hear from you. Do you follow a traditional pyramid, keto, or something else? Drop a comment below and share your approach. And stick around, this series is going to go all in on vegan keto. We'll cover everything from the amazing benefits to how to do it right, and even delicious recipes you can try at home. You won't want to miss a single video. And if you love this content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you're a woman over 50 who thinks that keto isn't for you, I have a special video just for you. You'll be able to see why it absolutely can be for you. Watch it here